Should you buy and play New World? Hot new game, give you my opinion on it in just a minute. But the big issue right now is server queues. People having to wait hours just to get in to be able to play the game. Now, Amazon has addressed this by adding more servers, adding more players to each server, and then allowing players to move their character to a different server. However, Amazon did reverse its decision to allow players to move their character across regions. This did upset several people, I was one of them, but they did fix the issue, and since then I haven't experienced any problems getting onto the same server with my friends. And bear in mind, if you do create a character on a high population server, you may still experience some queue times. And hopefully they've got this fixed now and most of us aren't seeing any queue times. I think it's also important to note that daily players for this brand new game, New World is seeing about 1.4 million daily players, and they've got about 15 million total players according to MMOpopulation.com. Okay, so the next big concern is it going to burn up your GPU? Probably not. From what I'm hearing, this is primarily coming out of a specific early made batch of 3090s, maybe possibly some 3080 Ti's. And you can do some things to prevent this from happening to you. Primarily three things: limit your FPS, turn down any overclocking on your GPU, and the last thing, monitor your power draw and then reduce your power draw slider so the peaks don't go above 100%. Okay, now that I've rambled on for 2 minutes about the hot topics of queue times and will it destroy my GPU? So those of you that know me know I play space games mostly, that and shooters, but I'm gonna say I've been having a lot of fun playing New World. It's a little grindy like that, in a good way, and the player-driven market, super fun. Try to undercut somebody when you're selling something, that's cool. And especially if you've got a group of friends that you can do combat with, where you've got a good healer, a tank, and your DP guys. Oh my god, hella fun. And the graphics, to me the graphics look really good. I am running on high settings. I am running at 4K. I am personally running a 3080, and I did actually see some of those power draw issues. I just adjusted my power slider down to around 85%, and that keeps me below that 100 peak power draw, so I'm good. But the graphics, man, it's awesome. I think they look really, really good. With regards to bugs, I haven't seen a whole lot. I even played opening weekend for about 17 hours straight. Didn't see anything that hindered gameplay or stopped me. They even do have that really cool unstuck feature, which is awesome. I thought leveling up wasn't too difficult nor too easy, so that was nice. I thought the spawn rate of items in the world was actually pretty good. I did see a lot of douchebag moves where people were stealing ore and skins from you by, getting like a wolf or something to attack you while you're mining or skinning something, and then they, while you're getting attacked and get knocked off, they go ahead and swoop in and finish off the skinning or the final pickaxe swings on an ore. But like I said, the spawn rates are pretty good, so you're going to survive. So ultimately, yeah, I think if you're on the fence about it, get off the fence, pick it up. I think it's a good game. It's a lot of fun if you're into the, this type of MMO or that sort of thing. It feels like Amazon's got a good development team behind them. They seem to be addressing issues, and I really do hope that they implement what they talked about, where you'd be able to move a character to a different world so that you can maybe get all of your friends onto the same world. I hope that's something that isn't going to be like a one-off type thing, where you can actually maybe move your character around from server to server so we can play with our existing and new friends. Okay, so if you decided to pick up New World and maybe this is outside of your box like it was for me, I thought because my son just started playing New World that maybe I would throw together a couple tips that would have really helped me and I hope help you. So let's just maybe go with 5 tips, maybe a bonus one. Okay, tip number 1, rebind keys. You're going to want to rebind the auto run button to your mouse as well as the weapon swap button. New World ought to be sponsored by Nike. It is a running game. So rebind auto run to your mouse. Not sure why it was on equal sign. That makes no sense. And then also rebind your weapon swap to your mouse. Really handy feature. You're going to thank me for it. Tip number 2, stay where you are. Okay, you're gonna land on a beach. Go up to the camp, talk to the person there, and then just keep running as many missions for that person as you can. Don't try to run to some settlement where your friends are and try to do stuff there. You're gonna end up having to come back. You'll waste hours running back and forth trying to do all this silly stuff. So just stay where you are. Eventually they're gonna send you to a nearby settlement. You need to run missions in there. So do that all the way up into you've reached around level 10. You've talked with the guy wearing the furs and whatnot. Looks like he's drunk sitting in a chair, as my son says. I don't know where he gets that opinion from. And then he will give you the mission to go hunt some wolves and set up a camp. Once you've completed that and then done your faction stuff, which you got to do all in that same place, then move on. Okay, tip number 3. If you're looking to level early on in the game, I think the Warhammer is probably one of the best, primarily because you're going to run into a lot of Ancients and a lot of Lost. And if you look that up, they're both weak to Warhammer. So that's going to allow you to level that thing up pretty fast to where you can one-shot a lot of like level 10s and down. And then secondarily, you could run either a rapier or what I chose was the battle axe. So your choice. Tip number 4. Make your iron tools as quickly as possible, and then once you have some Azov, go ahead and go back and recraft your iron tools again. Make sure to put in some Azov to help increase your chances of getting a perk. Hopefully one of the perks that you'll pick up will be something like Azov, so that way you'll actually be able to like maybe chop down trees, and maybe every 3rd tree you cut down you get an Azov back. And then go ham on your Paul Bunyan impersonation. Cut down a ton of trees or do the mining, whichever you've got the good perk on. And then what you want to do if it's trees is you'll want to cut down those trees. Then you're going to want to go take that to the wood crafting station and then take that wood over to the smelter, turn it to charcoal. You're going to pick up XP at all 3, which can really help you with your leveling, although not as fast as doing missions off of the board. And tip number 5. There is a map available. I'll put the link down in the description below. You'll want to use this. I don't know how many times I wandered around looking for something when I could have just looked at the map and then ran basically straight on over to it, picked it up, and then gone back to complete a mission. And here's a bonus tip for you that stuck around for the whole video. Once you are out in the world, run to some fresh water. You'll want to pick up these cattail looking things called bulrush. Those and equal parts of water will make a weak health potion at a camp or in town. The bulrush respawn about as fast as you can pick in them, so you can run around a pond or something like that and you literally can't get them all. They just keep respawning so quickly. So they're super easy to get and they will really help you out when you are a low level. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, please click like and subscribe. Comment down below. It really does help out us new YouTube channels.